guys and dolls, so I'm just going to add this at the start of this video, just because I feel I need to. I don't want nobody not to read the Bible. This is a big one for me. Like, you know, I'm not telling you have to read the Bible. I'm definitely not telling you don't need to read the Bible, you know. All I'm saying to you is try and open your mind when you're reading the Bible, you know. Try and think outside the box as well as inside the box, you know. There is stuff in the Bible that is really relevant, you know, really, really relevant. But, you know, at the end of the day, anything that about God you'll know in your heart. You've just got to open your mind up. You've got to open your mind up, guys. It's like, oh, that's all I can say. Like, but read the Bible, you know. I would go further back. I wouldn't read the modern day Bible. I would try and get a Bible like mine, a 200-year-old Bible, and try and work it out that way. That would be my best advice. Try and understand the translations in some of the words, and because I'm not 100% sure that the translation from 200 years ago to the day is correct, and it's too big and too serious for me to go into. But I would suggest that's what I would do if I was you. If you can get your hands on any old text from the Bible, you got to remember you can get them off the internet, but you got to make sure it's a reliable source. You know, it needs to be somebody that's independent from Christianity. You get me? That's really important, guys. And then look at the Bible that way if you want, you know what I mean? But all I'm going to say, guys, the Bible's in here, right in here, guys, right? That's where the Bible is. That's where your Bible is. That's where your God is, okay? That's everything you need to know about the world around you is in here, okay? And it is what it is. I don't think, personally, you can convert evil people, you know? I think the whole point of this place is for us to see who's evil and who's not evil, and for anybody else to see it who needs to see it for whatever reason. But that's just me and my mad thoughts as a ex-prisoner and years in solitary confinement, just staring at brick walls and just having nothing but my mind to keep me company. So, you know, don't take anything I say as gospel. That's just my opinion. So enjoy the video, guys. Hope it's not too deep, but it's Sunday, you know what I mean? Sunday. Dolls. So you can hear the burn, how they call it burns. It's a river, like, behind me. And that's going to get worse and worse as the day goes on. So we've had pretty much calm all day, and now the rain started. And, you know, I've been getting earaches and stuff like that. So that normally tells me when a certain sore heads, there's pressure, something's changing in the weather. So yeah, I think this storm's about to hit us. I'm quite sure you've already been through quite a lot of it so far. I think the worst has come tonight. As far as storms go, like in the world, there's a breeze in it, you know. But I'm going to get out of here in a wee second, guys. Let me see, this way here. I might be a wee bit windy. Mics are going at the minute. Working on it. But yeah, all good. Sunday, you know. And doing some deep thoughtful thoughts today, you know. That's with a Sunday and, you know, Day of God, as they say. But, you know, it got me thinking, you know, that is it a day of God? You know, is Sunday the day of God? You know, it's not really, you know, because every day is the day of God. There's no two ways about it. Should be no difference in any of your days, guys, you know. And I think Sunday's just a cop-out, you know what I mean? And part of the conditioning of what way you want you to be, you know. And it got me down a rabbit hole in my own wee head and my own thoughts, and no input from nobody. It's my beliefs of what it's all about, this God and Christianity and good, evil, the devil, you know. I'm thinking, like, I started thinking about, like, how my body's changing, and, you know, thinking a lot about processed foods and stuff like that, you know what I mean, guys? No having a big appetite with stuff, you know, because I've been brought up to eat a certain way, and, you know, I think with what I know in my head now, it's working alongside with my, in here and down here, in my stomach, and, yeah, we're blocked here. Yeah, We got a tree down there. That's not looking good. We got all this down here, so we'll come out and go back in again, guys. But yeah, it got me thinking about loads of stuff. You know what I mean? And because I don't like McDonald's. I used to like McDonald's, but never really a big McDonald's bite. But now it's like I eat McDonald's. I can taste like a battery acid taste. It's just there's a taste there that wasn't there before. And other things, I'm struggling to eat other foods, and it's really strange. I'm hungry and I wanna demolish the grub that's in me, and then I start eating it, and it's like my stomach closes up. But yet you put a plate of vegetables and potatoes and a nice bit of meat down in front of me, and I'll eat as much as you can keep putting on my plate. It's like, it's just very strange, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, is it like my brain, because I'm awakening all the things that's meant to be going on in the world, and my personal opinion about processed foods and entertainment and educational purposes only, by the way. Jeez, and this is my opinion. I'm not a medical expert. Do not take anything I say as medical fact, or change anything that you do in your life because of my videos, okay? Please see a doctor, speak to a doctor, get professional help. Whoa, hey, for all medical stuff. Right, jeez, don't know how that's going to look in the video, but I managed to stay on my feet. I pulled a muscle in my neck, mind you, yeah, anyway. So yeah, just with the rise of things in our lives, they talk about autism, like it's been here forever, and it hasn't been here forever. We all know that. All us Generation X, we know autism hasn't been here forever. And then you hear things about, gotta be careful, But like, it's like pesticides that's being used, there's no getting away from it. There's pesticides being used, chemicals on our plants, clear, odourless, And people do say, just other people's opinion, and it could be responsible for some things in life that aren't going the way they normally should go. And like, just going back to it being a Sunday, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes your body just knows, things, you know what I mean, I think. But everybody knows different things, but that's because we're all different and we all have different jobs and reasons that we're here, But like, that put a wee muscle there, guys. It's quite a big steep embankment. Don't know if you actually get to see how steep it is. But yeah, like, God, I do have a problem with the Bible, and the way Christianity's been, and they say, like, we're such a loving and forgiving ideology, and but yet they go on about punishing, and if you don't toe the line, and this will happen and that will happen, and anybody that's different is banished or punished, and it just seems to be a lot of that rhetoric, like, do this way or the highway. And I don't think our God wanted that. And I think sometimes maybe there is people that get messages from God, but they're maybe confusing God's word with what's in their own head. And of course that would make sense, you know what I mean? So like, the Bible was man-made, and it was like, there's all sorts of different books from all different people, and like the Gospels are 4 stories told by 4 different people about the same time, and and there's certain things you can take as part of history, and this is what was happening around about that time. But there's a lot of stuff as well that gets pushed onto people to make them feel they have to behave in a certain way. But God's within, God's all around us. God is just everywhere. And he's not at the church you go to, you know what I mean? But he would be at your bedside when you're dying, or he'd be beside you when you're missing somebody that you love. He's everywhere all the time. because we're all individuals. This is the thing. It's like, if you can just believe that you've got your own God looking after you, you know what I mean? Everybody's got their own God. You'd maybe understand it probably a bit better. And like, you know, it is all basically, you know, it's all been blown out of proportion by all these mad stories that try and get one thing across. Be good, be kind, be considerate, and don't hurt each other in any way at all, you know. And that's, you know, if you want to be any sort of have any ideology, it's just basically simple as that, you know. But the big thing is, like with Revelations in the Bible, it's like it is like a scary horror book, you know what I mean? But you know, and so it should be, because these people didn't know any other way of getting it across. That it is more, yeah. You've got to understand. Nobody can tell you what hell is like. Nobody. There's not a person ever in this body, in a human body, would be able to tell you what hell is like. And so many people will come and say that they experienced this and experienced that, and they died and came back and blah blah blah. Believe you me, they're only experiencing what God wants them to experience. You know, you don't go into hell to get a wee look and then come up to tell everybody. Please, don't be one of them people that think like that. There's nobody on this earth, or ever walked this earth, can tell you what hell is like. And because of that, people make up the craziest things. You know, and this is why I always say to people, you know, whatever the craziest things, multiply it by millions. I cut off for guys, don't know what happened. But like, that's I can't explain it to anybody. Of course that's what it's going to be like. You'd need to be stupid not to think like that, you know. You'd need to be stupid if you think this is the feelings that you're going to have when you die in heaven, you know. You need to be stupid if you think you're going to go and get 71 virgins. I'm sorry, but come on. Everything that's done and said is either to scare us or make us look further in and join in and be part of it. And like, if you don't become one of us, and blah blah blah. And if you do become one of us, look what you'll get. You know, heaven, you know, the pearly gates of heaven with angels on each side blowing trumpets. And for Muslims it's 71 or 70 virgins, whatever it is. It's madness. Madness. You're all mad. Every one of you are mad. Anybody that's running them extremist ideologies, Christianity, any one of you, you know what I mean? You're all nuts. I can just keep it all simple. There's a God. You're here to be good. You're here to see who you really are. You're given the freedom of choice to do whatever you want. You can get out of bed and be as nasty and horrible as you want. You know? You've got that choice. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. Simple as that. You go through this life and you've got to have faith. You've got to have faith that there's something better. And you've also got to have faith that there's something worse. You know? Because it's one of the basic things that you can honestly say about this world. There's an opposite to everything. There's an up and there's a down. There's a black, there's a white. There's a right and a wrong. There's, you know, good and there's bad. There's fucking white. You know, there's, you know, it's just, everything is pairs and doubles and triplets and quadruplets and, you know what I mean? You got to go with what's, logically, look at the world around you. You know? Look at the world around you and look at it logically. You know what I mean? What else could it be? You know, if the soul is so unique and untouchable by any God, right? And the only way you can see the soul is by putting people through scenarios like this, whether it be whatever you think. You know, when I say God, I say creator. I always mean creator. The whatever is above us, below us, around us, or in us, that is our creator. That is always what I'm addressing. I'm not here to preach anything or tell anybody else anything what to do. I'm here telling you who I am, what my views are, and how I get through the day, you know. And like, I just want to break it down to everybody. It's as simple as this. Just be good, kind and generous, and you won't go wrong in life. You won't have very much, but this isn't, you know, I keep on saying that this is a minute. If you think a blade of hair is thin, go millions of times thinner. That's how much this life is relevant to you in here, to the soul, whatever you want to call it, the glow, the spark, you know, the thing, it's always there no matter what. You can't kill it. You can only kill the body. The body's the only thing that dies. It's just like the plants, everything comes back. Everything comes back, you know what I mean? And yeah, just like, you know, just keep it all simple, guys. It's Sunday, and I know there's a lot of people out there, non-believers, and they don't agree with the Christianity. You don't have to agree with anything, but you can still be a good person. When I say I'm a Christian, it's how I've been brought up. I've been brought up to be a Christian, and I know a lot of Christians will be hating the way I'm talking, you know what I mean? But I'd rather lose the faith than lose yous, and that's the God's honest truth. And I'll always be like that. I'll always tell you how it is, how I see it, and how you best go about your life. Now maybe some of you have got bigger callings than you know, and when you start travelling down the path of righteousness, for want of a better word, then maybe you'll experience things yourself. Maybe you'll be lucky to feel the feelings that I've had, split seconds, the feeling in my life that tells me there's emotions that are just beyond our capability of understanding, you know. And I don't know, you know what I mean? But I've just been fortunate to know some things, feel some things, and I just bring it to you and talk to people about it. And a lot of people think I'm nuts, but, you know, I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. I'm not trying to tell you, all I'm trying to tell you is to be nice, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, is there? You know what I mean? And I just want you to know, just because you see people doing well and all these people doing the devil signs and worshiping the devil, they've chose to go down that road for money and power. They think they've got it because the devil gave them it, and now they're scared not to worship the devil because they're scared of losing it. Their biggest fear is becoming us. Remember that. Their biggest fear in the world is just becoming one of us, you know. They be working class, they feel insignificant, because that's how they feel. They've got to have thousands and millions of people looking at them and following them and listening to their music and watching their films and all the rest of it. And that's the only way they can function now. But I promise you this, they had the choice. Everybody's had the choice, you know. And if they want to believe while they're in this body, in this wee minute time, in the whole of whatever you want to call it, with this light inside is always burning, is going to go through eternity after eternity, and they think that this is important and that everything, all the cars and the money and the boats and all the rest of it, you know what I mean, and the lust and the jealousy and all the deadly sins, you know, the champagne, the caviar, they think there's, you know, this is it, you know what I mean. It's really sad. It's really sad, because I keep telling you, if you keep yourself right and you follow the right path in here and don't follow the one that's in here and keep this one right and try and keep this one on top of this one, right, I promise you're going to walk by these people one day and you're going to understand. You probably, you know, this is the thing, you probably won't, because it doesn't matter. This is insignificant, you know, right now to us. Yeah, I'd love to see them, all the rest of it, burn in hell. But by then, this is that minute, insignificant, millions smaller than a blade of hair in what I think is what we have ahead of us. And that's just my opinion, guys. So that's just my short one coming out and the person we're in, absolutely loving life right now. I think it's amazing that I can come out and do this. It's not that cold. Got my hat on, my head's staying dry, I've got a waterproof jacket on, got my boots on. My boy, he's loving it. He was choking to get out, because you know, I'll go on them. I don't just drag them out, you know what I mean. If they don't want to go out, sometimes they don't want to go out, but it's normally when it's windy. They don't like it when it's really windy. So this is probably the only chance I'm going to get the wee man out. She's curled up in a wee ball looking at me thinking I'm nuts. Her mum's away to the horse. Her mate came and got her mum to take her to the horse. And so it was just her left in the house, because it's Sunday, we normally spend the Sundays together. And I was like expecting, because she doesn't like being left on her own, and I was expecting her to jump up, and she just curled in the wee ball in the bed looking at me going, see you later, alligator. You know, and me and the Bulgian are out for a wee dander, our usual dander. So this is just a wee quick one. Obviously it's something happened, my memory, or the rain maybe knocked it off, who knows, but I'll just stick the two of them together and Camp Cut. And listen guys, have a really good Sunday. I know tomorrow's Monday again, if some of you aren't into the week and all that, but at the end of the day, man, just look after yourself, stay healthy, stay on the fruit, the veg, the potatoes, and stay away from the processed stuff, guys. and drink plenty of natural water, no tap water, and that's the best advice I can give you. It's a start to start to getting the oil and everything oiled and the filters all clean. That's the start for up here to get that running right. And it's all small steps, but honestly, it does work. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely, diet has a big thing on your mental health, 110%. But I'm not going to go on about it. I'm just going to say one more thing to you because I hear it's quite illegal to say it. God bless you all.